1,000 horsepower, 950 pound-feet of torque, $200,000 price tag, Elephant V8 powered, only 100 ever being made in the world. The engine itself is going to run you $30,000. What am I talking about? 1,000 horsepower Dodge Charger SRT Ghoul coming in 2022. Let's talk about that. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video. So as you can tell, I'm in the car that makes this a car vlog. You already know what's going down when I come around. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. First things first, car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets. Anything and everything car related happens on this channel. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out, right? So let's talk about it, guys. So a lot of people have been hitting me up about this recently. I don't know why or where this even came from, man. I made a video about this in the past, and you've probably seen other people make videos about this in the past. 1,000 horsepower Dodge Charger SRT Ghoul, which coincidentally happens to be coming in 2022. The reason I say happens to be, and coincidentally the reason I use those words, is because this initially was an April Fool's joke that was created in 2020. If you go back 2 years ago, well, I guess 2 years ago, in the next week or so, you'll see that there was an April Fool's joke that was basically played, or kind of an April Fool's internet joke, that Dodge was going to be coming out with 1,000 horsepower Charger. Now, mind you, this was around the same time that the Demon had already dropped, the Challenger Red Eye had already dropped, and a lot of people were speculating, okay, so those are both Challenger iterations, so they got to do something special for the Charger. And that's where people started to kind of create the idea that Dodge is going to come out with the first 1,000 horsepower car ever created. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, that's not the only 1,000 horsepower car that exists, but it would be the first 1,000 horsepower car ever manufactured and sold stock from a particular manufacturer, car manufacturer, right? It was a meme in 2020, and it's a meme in 2021, and it looks like it's just going to be a meme in 2022. But people have been hitting me up and asking me about it because, by all intents and purposes, 2022 is right around the corner. And you know, like I know, Dodge has been doing a lot of reshuffling here, or going to be doing a lot of reshuffling in the next 2.5, 3 years, with the 24 months of muscle, bringing out the new SRT Hellcat jailbreak editions, direct connection, the Hellcat going away in 2023, all electric muscle car in 2024. So a lot of people looking at it like it's now or never. Let's go down the specs here. So they're saying that it's going to be Elephant powered, Elephant V8 powered. So if you know anything about the Elephant engine, 1,000 horsepower V8 Hemi engine, right? 950 pound-feet of torque. They only made, if I'm not mistaken, 1,000 of the Elephant units across America. They were running at $29,995 a pop. Now that's just the engine. We're not even talking about the damn car. The engine itself is $30,000. The Elephant engine is $30,000 in and of itself. They're saying that it's going to be a heavy-duty Allison transmission. I don't know what that means. Allison transmission, routing power to the rear wheels will be standard, so it will be rear-wheel drive, which we see how well that works with the Hellcats, right? Only 100 units are supposed to be produced at a price tag of over $200,000. I love the Charger. I love what Dodge has done with the Hellcats. I love what Dodge has done with the Red Eyes. I love what Dodge has done with the Demons. I love the affordability aspect, if you can even use that word and Hellcat in the same sentence. I mean, realistically speaking, some people have paid six figures for a Hellcat, which on paper, looking at a V8 engine that does 797 horsepower, over 200 miles, that's great. But when you look at it and you take into the account that you're paying six figures for a Dodge or a Chrysler product, however you look at it, I mean, that's kind of a stretch. You know what I'm saying? If you would have asked somebody 10 years ago, would you spend $100,000 on a Dodge or a Mopar or a Chrysler product, they probably look at you and laugh. Like, they can justify spending $100K for Mercedes, BMW, Maserati, Audi, but a Dodge, not likely. A Dodge, you know, American-made Dodge, or well, you know, Canada-made Dodge, if you do the math on it. But a lot of people will look at you like you were crazy. But in this day and age, people are paying six figures for Hellcats. People are paying six figures for TRXs. People are paying six figures for Trackhawks. So we live in that day and age. But 200,000, I don't know. Realistically speaking, when the engine itself is 30,000, that means what, $170,000 worth of car. Otherwise, or aside from the engine is 30,000. So they're saying that the Dodge interior, exterior, trunk, amenities, luxuries, software, technology is worth another 170,000 on top. I don't know. Me personally, I wouldn't do it, but I don't have $200,000 at my discretion at this point. But the original, I guess, idea behind the Dodge Ghoul was that it would be the first 1,000 horsepower powered car to ever be released from the manufacturer sold stock. So in other words, a car that you can literally go down to the dealership and buy. This would be the first of its kind. People have always talked about how Dodge would be the first brand to cross the 1,000 horsepower threshold, just because, I mean, with the Demon at 840 horsepower, the Red Eye at 797 initially, and now I think it's 807 because of the Red Eye jailbreak, or 817 maybe. The super stock was 807, and then the Charger followed suit behind with their Red Eye rendition at 797, and then the jailbreak, which is coming out in the next month or so, at 807. And then, of course, just the Hellcat in general. The first Hellcat was 707 horsepower. So everybody knew that it would be Dodge that would push that envelope to 1,000 horsepower. But so when you talk about it, I guess if they were ever going to do it, right now would be the perfect time to do it, just because I say we're getting rid of the Hellcat in 23, all electric in 24. A car like this would have, or a car like the Ghoul would have, absolutely no place in 2024 whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? For the diehard V8 guys, sure, of course, we'll make room for a car like that. But in the future, when electric technology is king and it's being pushed a lot harder, a car like this would have no place in 2024. Let's be realistic here. So if Dodge were ever going to do it, the next 2 years would be the best time for them to do it. 2022, 2023 would be the absolute best time to drop a 1,000 horsepower Ghoul. But the reality of the situation is, guys, I think that this is nothing more than a meme. I think this is fake. I think this is what the boys call cap. You know what I'm saying? I don't see this shit ever coming to dealerships. I don't see Dodge ever offering this option, particularly in the Charger, because, you know, like I know, whenever they debut something new, whether it's the Demon, the Red Eye, the wide body, it's always in a Challenger first, then the Charger. You know, then the Charger will get a reiteration of it. But as far as a Dodge Charger itself at 1,000 horsepower, I don't think it's going to work. I mean, I'm looking at the title here, a Grand V8 Finale, unlike anything else. This would be the best way for Dodge to go out, right before they kill the Hemi, the V8, the Hellcat, to go ahead and drop 1,000 horsepower, once in a lifetime, only 100 units ever made, type of SRT Ghoul, and just shock the world. You know, kind of a fuck you to the system. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Joe Biden's putting all kinds of pressure on car manufacturers to go electric. Kind of a fuck you to the system, so to speak. It would be dope. I would like it, but I don't see it happening, especially not in 2022. Generally speaking, Dodge gives Easter eggs when they're about to drop something stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't seen or heard of anything as such. As far as a Ghoul itself, this has been nothing but, you know, kind of rumor and conjecture and just kind of opinions of people. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it happening. I would like to see it happen, of course, but I don't see the realistic aspect of it happening, especially not in 2022. Although, like I said, this would be the best time for them to drop something like that, just because they're already on their way out. They're killing a Hellcat in a couple years. They're killing a Hemi in a couple years. This would be the best way to go out, you know, go out with the big finale. You know what I'm saying? Once in a lifetime, only 100 ever made, $30,000 Elephant 1,000 horsepower engine powered. Why not? And, you know, it would be a ultimate fuck you to put it in the Charger platform, because it's like, we are literally going to make the most powerful sedan ever produced. Like, ever produced. Like, ever produced. Can you imagine a 1,000 horsepower engine in a Charger body? You know what I'm saying? In a Dodge Charger body? And then again, is it worth $200,000? I don't know. 130, 140, 150, maybe. You know, that's just if you take into account just the price of the engine itself at 30,000, and you factor that in with the body and just the the rare aspect of Hellcats and scats and all that good stuff, maybe, but not at $200,000. You just being silly at this point. 130, 140 maybe, not 200,000. But then again, when you're only making 100 worldwide, there are people out there that would drop that in a heartbeat. Think about all these basketball players. You can imagine. I already know that the Ghoul would be the first car within the first month of the Ghoul dropping. I would see 2 or 3 of them wrapped around trees. Like, real talk, wrapped around trees. But that's just being on a funny tip there. But realistically, guys, I don't see it happening. I think it's all a joke. I think we can kill this one and put this to bed. I think Dodge pretty much has kind of an idea as to what they want to do with the next 24 months or the next 2 years. And I don't see the Ghoul fitting into that at all. That's just me personally. I don't think the Ghoul is real. I don't think it's going to be real. I think at best it was a funny rumor, but it should have stayed there. But it seems like every single year they push that date back. I think at first it was supposed to be 2020, then 21, and then now 2022. And then, of course, in 2022, it'll be 2023, right? So with that being said, guys, I don't think the Ghoul is real. I think it's all cap. But talk to me. How do you feel about it? A lot of you guys are more privy to information than I am, in which case, enlighten your boy. Help me out. But I don't see it coming. It's the world we live in, guys. But as always, it's been your boy Knockout 360. I will see you in the next one. 2022 Dodge Charger SRT Ghoul. I don't think that's coming, guys. See you in the next one.